chapter 67. For the leader, with string music, a psalm, a song. God be gracious unto us and bless us. May he cause his face to shine toward us. Selah. That your way may be known upon the earth, your salvation among all nations. Let the people give thanks unto you, O God. Let the peoples give thanks unto you, all of them. O let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For you will judge the peoples with equity, and lead the nations upon the earth. Selah. Let the people give thanks unto you, O God. Let the people give thanks unto you, all of them. The earth hath yielded her increase. May God, our own God, bless us. May God bless us, and let all the ends of the earth fear him. All right, let's go back up to verse 1. Once again, a song, a psalm, something that should be sung, and we can go over and over it in our own mind and our own understandings, rehearsing it, and it's to be sung with string music. And these string instruments, these instruments that are strung, these strings make a twanging sound, and what they do is these sounds call to remembrance God's mercy, God's favor, God's grace. We'll pick it up in 2, verse 2. God be gracious unto us and bless us. May he cause his face to shine toward us. Selah. And just like I said, God be gracious, because that's what we're talking about. If we look at God, King James Version says, God be merciful unto us. The word is kanan, and it's, to me, gracious, to show favor, even pity, if you would. And bless us. May his face, those are always the things that God makes plain. These things that have a face, or these things that are faced, made smooth, made plain, made bare, so that we can have some understanding, really, is what it's all about. That's what it means, to give us some understanding. Let it be toward us. Let us have a little bit. Selah. 3, that your way may be known upon the earth, your salvation among all the nations. Give us some understanding so we can walk before you, Lord, that everybody can see and have some understanding, that your ways may be known upon the earth, that God's paths may be known, that they may be apparent, that all you have to do is stay in it, walk in it. A lot of people like to say it can't be done, but I'm here to tell you it can be done. Your salvation be among all the nations, or among all the nations. Because that's what God's salvation is. It is the law. It's the Torah that he gave you from the beginning. It's his commandments, his statutes, his ordinances. These are the paths of life. 4, let the peoples give thanks unto you, O God. Let the people give thanks unto you, all of them. Give thanks unto God. That's the only one you should be giving thanks unto. God is the salvation. We'll find out, just like verse 3 says, your salvation, God's salvation. Because that was God's plan from the beginning, was just to add to his flock. Not to create a whole nother flock, but to add to God's flock, to bring all the earth under the covenant of God, to bring them all under the understanding, to give us a chance to have some of the understanding that God has, some of the knowledge that God has, some of his wisdom. It's for your own good, and we'll find out it's that which puts down the ignorance of the earth. But the people will give thanks unto God, all of them. 5, oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For you will judge the peoples with equity, and lead the nations upon the earth. Let the nations be glad. All the peoples. These are the peoples, or the nation, and we'll find out this nation that will serve God, this nation that will observe, have some understanding, have some respect for God's law, He give it to you in the beginning for your own good. And we can start with number one and just kind of work our way through them as we go. It's better to start in with the beginning. That way we have understanding of the end. But God will judge the peoples. God sits in the judgment seat, period. Judgment's God's. He made that clear from the beginning. It belongs to nobody else. The law doesn't. It's a simple thing. He wrote the law down. Those that read the law obey the law. Those and do what the law says. It's very simple. We don't need a person to tell us what the law is. It's very simple. You just observe it. But this equity is it's on a flat place, and that's what it means. It is a flat place. It's a plane, so to speak. I believe King James Version says righteously. The word is mishur, and it means a level place, a flat table, plain, smooth. And it's the insinuation is a quality, a place where we can all see, a place where we got nothing in our way. There's no humps, there's no bumps, there's no confusion in the matter. 6. Let the people give thanks unto you. O God, let the people give thanks unto you, all of them. Let the people give thanks unto God, the O God, Elohim. That's who we're talking about here. If we go look this up, Elohim is a plural. And the plural here, Elohah, it means rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. So, but if we go all the way back to the root, Eloah is the God. It could be a false God. But it comes from the root word El, and it means might, or mighty one. The mighty one, because we'll find out God, and you can extenuate that into men, but we're not talking about it. That's where men get their might from, is from God. They get their strength from God. God gives ability. God is ability. See, God possesses all these things. God's not limited to might or strength. He has all understanding. He has compassion. God has great mercy. God has every emotion that we feel. God has the same emotions. God possesses all these things. It's a plural, and it's the strength of all these things is really what it boils down to. But I've referred to God, Elohim, as the might of the mighty ones. And really that's what he is. He's the strength that they have. Let the people give thanks unto you, all of them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. All the nations are going to find out that, see, God has the abilities. God does these things, and it's not a man that does them. No man can do it. No man had to go get anything. We see people like to exalt men, but God does not. God does not. Men exalt God's law, and that is about all there really is to it. I mean, we lift up God's law. We lift up God's understanding, and this is what keeps you in the path. These are the paths of God. They are raised up so that we can go by them. It's really not a hard thing to figure out. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand these things. God told Moses in the beginning, he said, write them down and make it plain. Make it simple so everybody can understand it. That it's not supposed to be hard. It's something for your good. 7. The earth hath yielded her increase. May God, our own God, bless us. The earth has yielded her increase. The increase is that harvest. See, the harvest, because it's from generation unto generation, God brings forth a harvest. It's God's understanding, his knowledge, his wisdom. but there's a great harvest. There's a period where you you don't have to plant. We'll find it's a period of rest that God gives because there's understanding, there's knowledge in the earth. Uh, May God bless us and bless us with the harvest. Bless us with the knowledge and the wisdom that it takes to do what God said, to do it. Not just to think about it, but to do it. Actually go forth and do the law. 8. May God bless us and let all the ends of the earth fear Him. May God bless us, bless everybody, and let all the ends of the earth, that's everybody. See, that's everybody, inclusive of all, from one end to the other, of the earth. That's flesh. Everything made of the earth. From the dust of the earth is where you came. That's how you got your skin wrapped around you. Let them fear Him. Let them have some respect for God and His understanding, His knowledge, His wisdom. God give it to everybody from the beginning. There's nobody lacking. There's some people that could use some explanation a little bit there to clarify that this is the understanding, this is the path, this is God's salvation plan from the beginning for the whole earth. See, that was God's salvation plan, that you observe God and follow His understanding. I mean, we could sit here and go through all the mitzvot, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think everybody, we're going to move forward to Psalm 68. Turn and return.